Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 66 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson, and this is Jenni Severson. Jenni, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We are in the midst of wildfire haze in Minnesota, so that's annoying me a lot.
Oh, I don't really notice it.
I notice it a lot, like especially today. I could smell it. I don't like when I can smell it and taste it.
Yeah.
Didn't notice that at all?
I didn't.
Interesting.
Sorry.
No, that's great for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of how sunsets looked in Star Wars on Luke's planet. Like the sun is always very orange and you look right at it because there's so much smoke.
I don't know if that's advisable still.
It's a good point. I don't know. It doesn't hurt my eyes.
Yet.
So I've just been out there just staring at the sun.
You should probably stop that.
But here we are, the first week of June.
Summer is upon us.
The last week of school.
Woo!
Even as an adult, I feel it. Do you feel it?
The excitement?
Yeah, you can just feel the build now.
Of the end of school?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I don't.
I feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can remember what it feels like. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
All right.
Is end of school, summer vacation. What do you know about summer vacation? Do you know why we have a summer vacation?
I feel like you asked me this once before and I incorrectly thought it had to do with farming.
You did. That was when we were talking. I think we were talking about daylight savings and maybe it was Halloween. I can't remember which. But yes, you were you thought for sure that was the harvest. Had something to do with school year. I would have thought the same that.
Yeah, I think you believed me.
Yeah, families had to help, or the kids had to help farm.
Yeah,
and turns out that it's actually the exact opposite. That for the reason that it started was in the 19th century, and it was because cities had no air conditioning and the buildings would just get too hot that it wasn't reasonable.
No.
Yeah. And so it was common back then that kids who lived in cities would have summer breaks, but rural kids would have school year round.
Huh.
Yeah.
Year round?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's really how it went. And then eventually it got standardized to the summer break for people who wanted to vacation, teachers, time off for learning and education and things like that. Is that
why winter break existed too? Because the rooms got too cold?
I don't think so.
Oh.
We could go with it.
Seems logical. When I was growing up, I had these cousins that would visit sometime, or I get confused about how cousins work.
Yeah.
First cousins once removed, or second cousins, or something like that. Anyways, they had school all year round for 3 months and then a month off. And then 3 months and...
They had school all year round for 3 months.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
they didn't have a big break.
Yeah.
It was a whole year.
Yeah.
But then they'd have...
a chunk off.
They'd have a month off.
Yeah.
After every 3 months.
Interesting.
Weird, right?
That is weird. Yeah, so we are very much out of the norm that most schools around the world have a much shorter break, 6 to 8 weeks, even less in China. That kids, but otherwise kids are in school the rest of the year. So having a full 3 months is a very American concept.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well,
I don't really have an opinion, I guess.
Right. So that was kind of my question for you is when you think of summer break, remember getting out of school, the start of summer break, mentally, do you feel like you remember that as an elementary school thing? or more like middle school, junior high, or more high school?
I feel like they're distinct, different vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have one that like you gravitate towards?
If I think of summer break, I think of being like a 4th, 5th grader, maybe 6th.
I think of like 8th, 9th grade is where I think it was just because there was so much extra freedom. Like getting out of school in elementary school was just like, okay, I'm just home now.
Yeah. You got baseball. I think of going to baseball and softball and getting 2 Tootsie Rolls for a penny at the concession stand.
Yeah.
And reading books on my deck in my swimsuit, trying to catch a tan with some, dare I say, baby oil. Are you allowed to talk about baby oil anymore?
In elementary school?
Oh, yeah. In like 5th grade?
You were baby oiling yourself to
Oh,
tan?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
just out there, can't hold your book. It's all slippery from your baby oil. That's wild. I mean, obviously for me, the thought of laying out and tanning at any stage of life is wild. But that young, you were doing that.
I feel like once I got into like middle school and junior high, then it was like copper tan 4 SPF.
Yeah, or like the banana boat, like just like the tanning oil. Remember that? It smelled like coconuts. I don't even know what it did.
I don't think it's called copper tan either. What did I just say?
Copper tone. Isn't that
Copper tone.
Did you say copper tan?
I said copper tan.
That's actually we're
copper tan. No, I don't think we had banana boat. We weren't a banana boat family.
No,
we were a copper tone family.
Copper tone. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that you were laying out. I mean, just that you would even have
reading the Babysitter's Club.
Well, right. Just that you would have the patience to lay out as a 5th grader for an extended period of time.
I would hyperfixate on reading.
Oh, sure.
I would read.
Yeah, just
like
get buried in the book.
What's a fiend? Can I say fiend?
You can say fiend. It's okay.
Let's do that over again. Okay. I don't like that. Sorry. What's a fiend?
I mean, fiending after something is just really wanting something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What? Just reading Babysitter's Club books. That was where I was.
Yeah, so you just get lost in that, and just how long do you think a tanning session would be for 5th grade, Jenny?
Oh,
like a half an hour?
Oh no,
like 2 hours?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
hours.
God. Unbelievable.
Hours.
You used to be so tan when, like in high school, you were so. Now you are
really quite the transformation.
White as a ghost.
I literally said that yesterday. We've been outside a lot this May. And my legs look like the dead of winter. The dead of winter.
They really do.
I've spent so much time. We've been going on walks. We've been going.
Yes.
We went out on the boat.
Yep.
We went to the beach. Why do my legs look like it's winter?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Talking, like you brought up baseball activities. And talking about how different summer break today looks than it did when we were kids, right? So Gen X millennial kids had a very different summer break experience, I think, than kids today. Would you agree with that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what their summer break is like.
In a 1975 survey, 83% of kids aged 6 to 12 in the United States were allowed to go out in the neighborhood unsupervised. Care to take a guess on what percent of the kids in 2020?
Well, I know because I feel judged all the time that I let my kids go out in the neighborhood. It's very small. I don't know. 12?
Less than 10%.
Yeah.
So, which it's interesting because I've had that thought for a while that it's like, man, there's not a lot, because we live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids, but there's not a lot of kid activity, bikes and things for the most part, I think, relative to the number of kids. And so I was noticing that, and I was like, but, my neighborhood, there weren't, I hung out with the kids that I hung out with, and I didn't really pay attention to other ones. So it's like, did I really have a good feel for what it looked like then? It turns out it was as different. Let's say it's a sliding scale down. And when we were kids, it was even 60% or 50%, which I think in Brainerd is probably low. It seemed like everybody was allowed to just kind of go do whatever they wanted.
That's like now and then.
Yeah.
When they like rode their bikes to a different town.
Right. Right.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I don't know. I find it interesting because now we are in, and I am very counter this culture of constant activities, constant sporting events, keeping kids. And what I find so fascinating is this concept of kids not being out and playing is very much the responsibility of Generation X. The bad generation that like Nirvana and rock and roll is the ones who are like, well, our kids can't be out in the neighborhood on their own. They must be signed up for sports all the time.
I feel like it's more of a safety issue.
Yeah, but it's a safety from what? In our neighborhood, what are we?
Yeah, we live in a very safe neighborhood.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I get it that there are dangerous neighborhoods that exist, but talking about our experience.
All I'm thinking about is now and then right now. I'm like, they were like smoking a cigarette with Brendan Fraser. He's like smoking a cigarette with them.
Yeah.
Smoke?
Yeah. Sure. I'd love to smoke.
Can you imagine?
Well, right. I mean, to your point, same lane, summer movie, Stand By Me. Those four kids just stole some money from their brothers and grabbed some sleeping bags and stole from a junkyard man, just walked down some railroad tracks for a week, smoking cigarettes, looking for a dead body.
Nothing like a smoke after a meal.
Yeah. I cherish these moments.
That's not safe.
No. But I don't know. I think there's this the illusion of the stranger danger, that we all experienced growing up, kids on milk jugs and abductions. And I don't think a lot of that is real life. I think it was a lot of scare tactics. And I believe that it's something that's been perpetrated by youth athletic associations to get us to spend all of our money on jerseys and travel for their tournaments.
That's your hot take.
It's a long game they've been playing.
That's a hot take.
And I see right through it, Jenny. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if they were really smart, what they would do is they would all get together and plan their events on different days and different times. Instead, everything's always at the same time.
Yeah.
You can always sign up for one thing because everything else is at the same day at the same time.
Well, right. And obviously, like the hard
so they're
part,
really not thinking this through.
Well, the hard part is too, right? There are more families with two working parents than probably ever before in the history of the world is a statistic that I'm making up. But I imagine that's got to be close to right. And so, everything gets jammed between 4:30 and sundown.
Right.
And it's just a nightmare.
It's a lot.
It's a nightmare.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
I like summer soccer.
I like summer soccer too.
Summer soccer's great. I love it. It's fun.
A couple days a week.
Vibes. It's good.
Yeah. East of the Peas.
Which are these associations that you're mad at? Not ones that you're not participating in.
No, so like rec league, like just community soccer. It's when they start getting into the traveling stuff, when they're trying to take 8 and 9-year-olds traveling around the state to play competitive sports, that's where I
Yeah.
start to lose my mind.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I agree. It's a lot.
There are, you just never hear them telling the story at any sporting event of like, well, of course, Jenni Severson's parents got her involved in AAU at 3 years old, and that's why she's here today. You more often hear like, this guy moved from a different country where they had never heard of football, and he's 18, and then he was a 5-star recruit. So it turns out it probably has very little to do with learning the plays at 9 years old. Everybody needs to calm down. There's
Understood.
no professional athletes coming from your family. Just know that, and now just
Tiger Woods
relax.
started playing golf when he was 3.
Yes, he did. But his dad also beat the hell out of him and,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and
Shoot. All right.
took
Yeah.
broads into the Winnebago while he hit balls all night long.
Blame the sport associations.
There we go. That's the energy I'm looking
Blame
for.
'em.
Yeah, take him down.
Scrum.
Scrum. Scrum. When you think of movies that are schools out kind of vibes, what movie comes to mind for you?
Well, now and then, clearly.
Well, right.
Dazed and Confused.
Nice.
Those are the first two that
Do
I
you
can
know?
think of.
Do you know what one is like seared in my brain? Like when I hear like last day of school, I see Grease when they get out of school at the end, when they all come
Oh,
busting out of the front.
interesting.
Yeah,
But the whole movie takes place during the school year.
I know.
Huh. All right.
But like it must be like the first scene where I
Yeah.
saw, people throwing their papers in the air and
Yeah. Cute.
yeah, Dazed and Confused. I'm surprised you pulled that out.
Is it all about then to
Yeah,
school year?
yeah. I have you
Isn't
seen Dazed and Confused?
Yes.
Oh,
Have I seen Dazed and Confused? You're dazed and confused.
I don't know. Like when it came up, I'm like, I'd love to talk about Dazed and Confused, but I don't think Jenni's ever seen it.
What? Are you crazy?
Yeah, I guess. Am I? You're not convincing me yet, but you know the
What do
story.
you want to know?
What happened?
Well, I had this period of time. I can't, I actually don't know her name. Chasing Amy.
Oh,
I had this period of time when I was in like junior high where I was really into her. Like she was like my favorite actress for like a while.
you have been referencing the movie Biodome a lot. That just makes it make more sense because she's in that movie. So that would be why you were, because I'm like, why did you watch so much Biodome?
I just really was, because I watched Chasing Amy and she's the main character. I mean, she's Amy.
Yeah.
And so I just really, I don't know, I was into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, it just makes the Biodome stuff
Oh,
click a little
yeah.
bit more.
And you think I just don't know Matthew McConaughey's most iconic moment? You think I'm just like
Well, yeah, I mean, but
riding along
but
on
I don't
that?
think you need to have seen Dazed and
Oh.
Confused to know. All right. Right? I mean, that's
I feel like you should. I feel like it seems like you should.
it does seem like you should. What's the plot again? I can't remember how it all shakes out.
Why are you trying to test me on this? There's a lot.
Yeah.
You hate those kind of movies. You always tell me you hate those kind of movies where there's all these characters and different things are going on. There's the girls that have their whole thing going on.
Yeah.
And there's the stoners and there's the party.
Well, but it's all
there's-
pushing towards the same head though. They're not
Ben Affleck
individual.
hitting kids.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
there's
Yes.
a lot. There's multiple interweaving storylines,
Yes.
which is your least favorite type of movie.
Yeah. You want to talk about movies that are a terrible influence on kids? That movie made my trip to high school awful. We got all sorts of hazed by the great above us.
You think that they learned it from Dazed and Confused?
100%. 100%.
They didn't learn it from like their weird uncle or something.
No.
Oh.
No. It was very much living out Dazed and Confused.
I don't remember ever getting hazed.
Well, it was mostly like a football thing.
Oh.
It was stupid. I hated it so much. Great.
Grease is good. I like.
Grease starts at summer
That's
break
fine.
and brings you back to summer break.
Yeah. I kind of want to watch Now and Then now though.
Yeah, when I saw that come up, I was like, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Did that come up on your little list?
On my little list, it did. Yeah. I was gonna say, do you have any other movies that you think of? Again, school out or summer break style movies that strike a chord with you that come up?
Let me hear your list.
So like one for me that also isn't really about this, but I think about it in that context is Scream. Because
Yikes.
that is right at the end, and it's mostly because like school ends and then they play School's Out for Summer.
Certainly what was playing in my head the second you asked this question.
Yeah. So there's that. But then when I think like summer break, I watched Camp Nowhere like every day for a summer. I loved that movie.
I never saw that movie.
I watched it when I was like probably 4 years younger than the kids in the movie. And I'm like, I can't wait to be a teenager. It is going to be amazing. Like,
is that the one with Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that until
we
watched it
we watched
together
it, yeah.
in the last year or two.
It's a terrible movie, but I loved it growing up. Same Lane, Heavyweights is still holds up. Also, speaking of heavyweights, ahead of its time in terms of body image, I feel like the message of that is like, we're good the way we are.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't see it as that when it came out, and I don't know if that was really like the full intent, but I feel like it's come back around where I feel like for a while people are probably like, kind of making fun of fat kids, but now it's like, nah.
Body positive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie would get like sexual for me with the way they'd hide the candy and then they'd have all the snacks. Oh man, did I love that. Good stuff. Any other movies that come up for you? I've got a bunch that
I'm just sometimes it takes me nothing's coming to mind.
Okay.
But I think check back. I might think of something.
How about any that take place at maybe like a resort?
Leading the witness. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch Dirty Dancing, but I would watch it at my friend Jenni Maxfield's.
Jenni Maxfield.
We didn't
Why
have
did
it.
she get access to Dirty Dancing?
First place I ever saw it. And we didn't have it at our house. We did not have that movie at our house. I never saw that movie in my own home.
Is it that bad?
No. I mean, there's a schmishmortion.
There is a schmishmortion. There is that. But, I mean, other than that, though.
Well, my friend Brittany just sent me a TikTok, or not a TikTok. I don't remember what platform it was on. It was probably a TikTok. It wasn't a Facebook.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was a TikTok. Some guy just talking about like how inappropriate grinding was when we at like school dances. Like, why were teachers just like in the gym with you, watching you grind on the dance floor? And it was totally fine. What was that?
The song Real Close would come on.
I wonder if she can tell I'm hard right now. Yeah. Come on.
So inappropriate. And the teachers were just right there.
Yeah. And then when we get too much, we're like, cut that off. Turn on Rob Zombie. Dig through the ditches and burn.
So strange. So
It was a wild time to be alive at the end of the millennium.
yeah.
There were very, very little rules.
So I feel like Dirty Dancing, the movie, was like, oh, you can't watch that. But then like 4 years later, you were
Yeah.
just allowed to grind on the dance floor in
Yeah.
front of your teachers.
Yeah, you don't need to be watching that salsa dancing. It's just, get out on the floor and dry hump your boyfriend. in front of your biology teacher.
Oh my god. Ew. Anyways, got any other so I mean obviously I love Dirty Dancing.
Yes, I do have.
I don't think of that as being a summer movie though. Like when I think about summer vacation movies, that wasn't my summer vacation, you know?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
wasn't-
nobody's.
I wasn't going to resorts. I don't that doesn't really hit for me as
Oh.
a summer movie.
Which one hits? For
I
you?
understand it took place in the summer.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really hit. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
No.
The Sandlot.
Well, there's a good one.
Because the Sandlot starts, they're still at school, right? That's where Benny gets into the first pickle of it was like they're playing on the school playground. And then Smalls moves to town right after school. And then that's when, because he doesn't know anybody because he wasn't, or he moved there that year, right? And he's an egghead. Nobody wanted to be his friend.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, those are mine.
I just got to go back to Now and Then. I mean, before I knew you were even going to ask me this question, that's what I was thinking of. When you started talking about summer break, my brain went to Now and Then.
I mean,
I
it's a classic.
Loved that movie.
Yeah. What's not to love?
So fun.
Yeah, I want to rewatch that
Okay.
because it's been a long time since I've seen that. A couple other honorable mentions I have. American Pie, of course, is very much that for me.
American Pie 2.
Yes,
is in the summer,
American Pie 2.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think the first one's in the
No,
summer.
the first one ends with them going to prom. So it's like the
Yeah.
end of the school year.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. American Pie 2 is what I'm talking about when they go to the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was so excited when I saw that movie in the theater for the first time. It's just like, there's no way it can't be as funny as the first one. And I was right.
You're right.
It was so funny. And then the other one that I like, although this isn't like super nostalgic, but it does make me feel like summertime vibes, is The Way, Way Back with Steve Carell and Sam Rockwell.
Oh, yeah.
And the little
That's
boy.
a good movie.
The little boy goes and gets the job at the water park, and
yeah.
Sam Rockwell is the manager.
We have a situation over at Harpoon Lagoon.
Is it a homicide?
Yeah, it's a homicide.
I knew this day would come.
Oh, that is like, that gave me nostalgia. And again, to your point, like with Dirty Dancing, like not my experience to be where he was and go try to work at a water park, but I'm like, I felt that movie. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to have that kid's summer, despite his mom getting cheated on by Steve Carell, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, he like makes out with,
Amanda
Amanda
Pete.
Pete. Yeah.
That's a great movie, though.
It's a really good movie.
God, I love Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Every time he shows up, I get excited. Just like Stanley Tucci. What did he just show up in the other day?
The Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth.
Very, very, very small role.
I think they're trying to
Like,
series that thing out.
One scene.
I think they're trying to make that into a multiple. Like,
yeah.
really
they're,
get
they're
that
off
going.
to their next adventure.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it. I couldn't tell who it was for though,
Right.
because it seemed like it was like a family movie,
Mhm.
but it had a lot of violence.
It is very violent. I think it's a callback to like the old school summer blockbuster where because we did notice that there were some parts of the dialogue that were very unnecessary.
The dialogue was written. It was like the dialogue was written for 5-year-olds, but then the action scenes were written for like 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's this for?
Yeah. Keeping it moving along for the kids that might not get it, but it's a good movie.
I mean, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Easy.
Yeah.
Fun. National Treasure style. Not as good as National Treasure, but same idea. What?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
If it's not as good as National Treasure.
Oh.
I thought it was pretty good. I couldn't figure out who it was for. But if National Treasure was made for adults,
No.
not for children.
No, I'm pretty sure National Treasure is Disney PG.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
It is?
I think so.
Oh.
I don't think they swear in that movie at all. There's
I
no
don't-
violence, really. I mean, they shoot guns at people. I don't know anybody ever gets hit.
That's a tough one. Actually, National Treasure is better.
Yeah. It is. I mean, maybe it's not.
I didn't think of that as being like a kids' family movie, though.
Oh,
I thought
really?
it was just like a normal adult movie. I did.
I mean, anything can be a normal adult movie. It's just no.
There are certainly kids' movies that are.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
It was Guy Ritchie.
It was Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie doesn't make kids' movies.
Well, in the scheme of Guy Ritchie movies, this was pretty tame.
Yeah.
This was no Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Just a little perplexed. A little perplexed.
Well, I think I think it's they're trying to make a big pull and make it a franchise, and so you got to make it accessible to all. You can't make it too hardcore because then you're cutting out a big portion of your audience.
Well, you're not hardcore.
Unless you live hardcore. I want to finish on songs of summer.
New Kids on the Block had a lot of hits. That's not how that goes.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food
bunch of
makes
hits.
me sick. And I think it's fly when girls stop by in the summer.
For the summer.
For the summer.
Yeah.
For the summer. I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Not on the list.
Oh, that is the song of summer. Are you kidding me?
So, here's the thing. As I was thinking about the song of summer, I'm like, well, is that something we can talk about? Because is it just something that everybody just kind of knows? Or is it something that is actually like declared? Do you know the answer to that? If there's a song of summer declared by anybody?
I feel like every hometown radio station declares a song of summer.
Yeah, Billboard does it, apparently.
Oh.
They take like so they look at streaming, radio play, sales,
All right.
Hot 100 performance throughout. I think it might just be Memorial Day to Labor Day, and then they declare a song of summer.
I
They've-
declare.
I do declare, but they have not been doing it for a long time. They've only been doing it for a little better than a decade, I think,
Oh.
officially saying it. But that doesn't. But
Shut Up and Dance With Me. Is that one?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I have one other fun fact.
Oh.
It does happen that the perception of what the Song of Summer is different than technically what it is. So a good case of this was in 2013, I think. Yeah, 2013. The official song. Care to guess what the official Song
no.
of Summer
I'm
was?
not good with years and songs. My brain doesn't categorize songs by year.
All right, let's try this. The singer is Canadian.
Blurred Lines.
Nice. Wow.
Are you impressed?
Yeah. Because, well,
I remember. I don't remember the year it was, but the summer, that must be the summer we went to Breckenridge.
I think we went the next summer.
Because the summer we went to Breckenridge, we played that song.
It was just because it was the first song on my iTunes playlist because it started with a B. And so every time I connected it to the rental car's like aux, it would just.
Everybody get up.
I actually have no idea how I just did that, by the way.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't even believe that all I had to say was he was Canadian. Do you even know his name?
Yeah. Robin Thicke.
Yeah. So that was the official winner, but what people felt was the most popular song that summer was Get Lucky, Daft Punk. Remember that song?
Oh, yeah.
With Pharrell.
That's a
She's
tight
up all night
contest.
to this song. It's
That's
a
a
good one.
tight contest.
So what I've done is I've gone back in time
Okay.
and I've got all of the songs of summer
Okay.
from 1999 until 2024.
Oh
we
my
don't have to go
gosh.
through them all. But do you care to take a guess at what the song of summer in 1999 was?
1999?
Yeah.
Can I have a clue?
Man. This singer is from Latin America.
Genie in a bottle.
Th-
Oh, it's Ricky Martin.
That's right.
Um,
Livin' La Vida
oh,
Loca.
Christina Aguilera is totally American. Isn't she?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
I think she's born in America, but I think one of her parents is like from a Latin American country
Oh, okay.
originally. So I do think there's like a close tie, but I do think she's technically American, but I still
Okay.
think you call it. I don't know if she does. Yeah. Anyways, so there's some interesting
That is such a bad song.
living.
La Vida Loca.
Oh yeah.
Is a terrible song.
Yeah. And I was thinking about like I mean, when you look at the 90s and I was like just trying to go back mentally of what they would have been, because I'm thinking Mambo number 5,
Oh.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Ooh.
And then like you get in the mid 90s is Macarena.
Are
you
these seriously on the list?
know? No, these are ones that I'm making up, but I'm like,
Oh.
they definitely, like Mambo number 5 was like the year before 99. I guarantee that was a song of summer because that thing played all the time. That's so bad too. But there are some interesting songs like in the early 2000s that were technically the song of summer, but it's almost like nobody really had the idea that would be a thing yet. So like Bent by Matchbox 20 was the song of summer in 2000.
Okay.
Remember that song?
I don't.
You put back together, keep breaking me in. Can't you help me? I'm bent. I'm so scared that I'll never get put back together.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You Remind Me by Usher. You remind me of a girl.
Oh yeah.
that
Okay.
I
Good.
once knew.
Good.
But that's not really, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's not. Neither of those.
that's
are
not
song
Daft
of summer.
Punk on while you're at
I feel
on
like
a
that's
patio.
just like who knew how to stream was listening to those songs.
Right. Yeah. The first people who had Napster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
But then we start to get Hot in Her, Nelly,
get it.
Crazy in Love, Beyonce and Jay-Z. But then Usher comes back in with Confessions, which
Yeah. Song of Summer has got to be. It has to be like.
a bop.
Yeah. It has to be a bop.
Yeah. So we come back around 2006 is where I think we start to really hit a good song of summer rhythm. Promiscuous,
Mm-hmm.
Nelly Furtado and Timbaland. And then Umbrella,
Get it.
I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It, Katy Perry.
2008.
Yes.
That was the year we got married.
Yes.
I had to tell the DJ not to play that song,
Why?
and then we played it anyways.
Why would we not play that song?
I didn't think that my family would like it.
Oh, it's
I
all.
had it on the do not playlist.
I think I listened to that song 100 times on the way from our apartment to my bachelor party. Like that's all we played at the bachelor party. That song was so good the first time I heard it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what is this? Now Katy Perry's a little, ayo. She's an astronaut, so that's good for her. I Got a Feeling, Black Eyed Peas.
Mm-hmm. Good.
California Girls, Katy Perry's Back. That song is actually terrible, but it's fun to listen to if you don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's a bop. It's a bop for sure.
Blurred Lines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I skipped one. Or I skipped a couple. Party Rock Anthem.
Oh, yeah. That is the song of summer.
Here we come.
That's the song of summer of the,
See,
I don't know.
now we're getting hot.
I was
So
going to
then,
say decade, but maybe even
listen to this run of summers. We got Party Rock Anthem,
get it.
followed by Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh, you don't? No. I was in the same car as you were, singing that at the top of our lungs.
Boo.
Oh, get out of here. Then Blurred Lines, Fancy by Iggy Azalea.
Oh, yeah. That's a bop.
And then it was, remember this song Cheerleader?
How's it go? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I found myself a cheerleader.
Yeah.
That one. And then it gets in, then we get into like, it gets real hip hoppy. It's so funny to watch the trends of this. It's, then we get into Drake, One Dance, Despacito. Remember that one?
Excuse me. Yes.
Justin Bieber.
I do remember that. Heard it. Danced to it. Loved it. Said it was the song of the summer.
Yeah, you did. You did say that. You declared it, actually. I think on like June 1st that year. Then Old Town Road comes around in 2019. But then now, and then it gets into, I don't even remember this song. I've been trying to think of it, not look it up. Butter by BTS. No idea.
Don't know that.
I don't remember it at all. But then Harry Styles, As It Was. It's a good song. And then it gets, now we're into country. Morgan Wallen, Last Night. Know that one?
Mm-mm.
Last
I don't know
night
any
we let the liquor
Morgan
talk.
Wallen. I don't know that one.
And then Bar Song by Shabuzi.
I like that song.
Do you have a favorite song of summer?
Party Rock Anthem.
Party Rock Anthem.
Are you kidding me? Let's go.
It's a good one.
Is there even another option?
I mean, is there another option? That's definitely up there for me. I mean, I'm just going on like what vibes were. See, I don't remember Party Rock Anthem being that hot for the summer for me. I feel like I was late to Party Rock Anthem, so it doesn't hit me in the summer nostalgia.
Okay.
So, and here's where I would say,
Hey.
I think my ultimate song of summer is one that's actually not on the list. Very similar to Daft Punk being kind of the consensus and
Sorry.
it's only when you make a noise. I really am doing better at not reacting to the ridiculous faces you make, but it's when the air escapes just a tiny pocket is when it's hard to ignore the yawns. That's the only time it's hard. No, it's Carly Rae Jepsen's here, but it's Cobra Starship.
Cobra Starship.
You make me feel.
What's a Cobra Starship?
La 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 la. Remember that one? La 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 la.
Seriously.
You make me feel that.
What is a Cobra Starship?
I have no idea.
Oh.
What's a Sex Pistol?
I could think of something.
Only shoots blanks. That's mine.
All
is Cobra Starship. That would be like that makes me feel like summer.
Yeah. Mine might be Shut Up and Dance With Me.
Walk the Moon.
Yeah. I kind of really like that song in the summer.
Yeah, that is a good one. We saw that at when we went to the Star Party, and that was during the summer.
Oh, Flo Rida. All Flo Rida is the song of summer. Every Flo Rida song.
That is true.
is the song
Where
of
has
summer.
he been? I feel like he's probably still riding around on his bodyguard someplace. What's happening? Oh.
I don't know.
Oh. I thought you were getting ready to say something.
I was trying to think of a Flo Rida song. But I couldn't think of one.
Welcome to my house.
That's it. My house. Oh, I'm excited. What's going to
Yeah.
be the song of the summer 2025?
That's what I'm saying. So we know now that we are in it. So
It's already out.
we should analyze and see if we can try to pick it.
Okay.
And we'll declare what we think the song of summer is. What I don't know is if it's common for the song of summer to come out midsummer.
No,
No, it's
It's already out.
It's already out.
because it takes some people a long time to
it's
get on
among
board.
us. It's out
It
there.
is
It's
among us. It's Sabrina Carpenter probably, or Billie Eilish. Does she have?
I think it's probably going to be Lord still. I think.
No.
I do have a fear that whatever she's got going on is going to start picking up, and we're going to be hearing a lot of that style of music.
No.
But it won't last a long time.
My current favorite song is Messy.
Cause I'm too messy, and then I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job, and you asked where the hell I've been.
That is a summer vibe.
Yes.
It's not going to be the song of the summer. But if I could wish for a song to be the song of summer 2025,
That would be the one.
I would wish for Messy. It could be Bruno Mars. Apte. Could be.
I
Could be.
really, really dislike that song,
Oh,
but it's existed too long. That came out too early. It's not gonna.
think.
Yeah, it's not gonna pull. It's because the thing that changes the song of summer now is social media.
But it has to be out. It's
Yeah.
Memorial Day to Labor Day.
I
It
know.
has to be out.
That song has been out for a long time. That's not a new song. That song is not going to carry on, and you don't even hear it that much anymore. We hear it a lot because our kids like it, but
Oh.
it's not. That's not it.
Oh, it could be. I'm going to put it in the could be pile.
It's okay.
It could be Sabrina Carpenter. Probably like Taste, maybe. You think these are too old?
I do.
They have to be already hot on Memorial Day because the tracking starts on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And then you have to remember that some fools don't catch on until real late in the game.
All right.
So,
let's settle this right now.
When some people are getting bored of it by the middle of summer, all the people that are late to the party are just getting on board.
Neither of those songs are cracking the top 20 right now. We got Espresso at 21. Oh, at 22. So 22.
Yeah, but it's going up.
But it's been on the chart for 32 weeks.
But it's still going up.
Its peak position was 3.
Oh, okay.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
Where's Taste? See, like, look at Pink Pony Club, though. Look at 54 weeks. It's already been on there. Any one of these could get through the summer, still being up that high.
It's true. It's true. I just don't think that those are it. I think it's something low that's going to be climbing up. It's probably going to be a Morgan Wallen song. People really seem to like him. I don't really
I don't
understand.
know any of his songs. Somebody, I think I mentioned this once before though, but somebody that I work with I was like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And they're like going to a Morgan Wallen concert. And I was like, oh, who's that? I thought it was like at like First Ave or something.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
I had no idea.
He always seems to be in trouble for something, is what I know about him, and
Oh.
people really like his songs. I don't know.
anything
I don't
about
know
him.
what goes on.
Mystical, magical. That's my guess.
Mystical Magical.
I love that song. It meets your requirement.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's only peaked at 40.
It's going up. It's only been on for
Yep.
5 weeks. Is that what that means?
Yep.
Yeah. Mystical, magical. Mystical, magical. All right. Here are my picks. Just gonna once again state them for the end of the summer when I'm winning. Mystical, magical. Apt, anxiety, taste.
So here's the thing.
Those are my guesses.
I would agree with the apata and the other one, whatever other one you said.
Mystical, magical.
No.
Anxiety.
Except for those have pulled so hard as sounds on social media that they can't hold on. People get sick of them faster. Mystical, magical might be the exact right pick.
All right.
Because that is one you can have on and you're not going to really get sick of it.
Well, it's my song of the
I'm
summer.
with you. We are declaring it the song
Declared.
song of summer right now. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Benson Boone.
Check it out.
Well, we only have 2 more days of school. Then we have
I have 0 more days
a
of
first
school,
grader and a 4th grader. So
Should we go check on them?
let's go check on the kids. We'll see you next week, everybody.